Next up, we have a special guest. Her name is Courtney.
Oh, gee.
Come on, Courtney. Yay.
What's this one?
That's a phone. That's just... Okay, Courtney.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
What?
You wanna say
You're
thank you?
introing. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm trying to keep
Thank
track
you.
of actually 10 minutes.
Okay, we're good.
So the
Don't
show
worry about
does
it.
go on track.
We have their
hi.
professional team here today. So Courtney's part of our production team that's here today, but she does so many other things. We're really grateful to have you on, and we really appreciate it. Do you want to tell us the name of the production company?
Yes, it's Strangers, Sound, and Vision.
That's a great name. I love that. Nice collaborative effort too. It's been
Thank
really
you.
exciting working with you guys. This has been a totally... That's actually your papa throwing water on you. Yeah, I know. So one of the things that we wanted to talk to you about, I know you do so many different things, but one of the first things that I wanted to learn about is the art that you do.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
would love to hear about it.
So, I do photography. I do a very specialized type of photography called long exposure light paintings, where I take a big fancy camera and hold the shutter open for around 30 seconds and take a light source, whether it be a flashlight, blinking LED, all types of crazy things. And I either draw or spell out words or flash lights on people in sequences to expose an object or a light. So
It's really cool. I've seen some of your work in pictures at least, and I can't wait to see something in real life. Like I would love to have one of
Absolutely.
your paintings. one
Yeah,
day. So,
thank you.
Yeah, that would be really, really cool. Now, where are you from originally?
I am originally from Alabama.
Oh, cool. Where are you from in Alabama?
I am from Auburn, which is in the eastern central part of Alabama. I don't think I have an accent right now. If you give me a drink or two, it will come out. There's a few words I say that are interesting. But I'm from Alabama. I lived there. I've actually lived in the DC area for around 10 years now. But Sweet Home Alabama is my calling. It's a great place. It's a very interesting place. It's kind of like in a time warp situation. But if you've never gone there, I highly recommend you go there. And one of the interesting things about Alabama is that it's an extremely diverse state.
Mm-hmm.
Geographically is what I'm referring to specifically. Up in North Alabama, there's mountainous regions. Then there's the Central Plains area, and then down in the south part of Alabama, there's actually beaches. So it's a very diverse state. I got the lovely privilege of living in LA, which is lower Alabama, for about 5 years of my life, specifically in the section called the Wiregrass region. And it's a very unique place as well.
What else?
really cool.
What else? What's the other way they refer to that area of the redneck?
The Redneck Riviera?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so...
Is that where you lived? Is that the Wiregrass region or
Yeah,
LA?
so, yeah, LA, Lower Alabama, Wiregrass region. I lived in Coffee County, which is right beside the Pea River, and I can relate a lot to the city of Houston right now, because one of the special things about the city or the town, the small township of Elba, population 3,500 people, graduated with 55 people.
Oh my gosh.
And a public school, is that the town floods.
Okay.
So they haven't had a flood in, I think the last flood was 1997, which was the year, it happened right before we moved there. So I never experienced the flood, but the town is shaped like a bowl, and there's a levee, and the levee would break, the water would rush in, there would be people on the news talking about trying to move downtown and the courthouse and the high water marks, and it's just a very interesting place. The town is shaped like a bowl, and so unfortunately when the river rises in the water, it kind of just floods the whole region.
Why do they call it the Redneck Riviera? I've been there and it's gorgeous.
So the Redneck Riviera specifically is kind of referring to the Panama City area,
Yes.
Florida. So Elba is 90 miles away from Panama City. To give you a little bit more perspective of the area that I'm talking about, you know, you've got to drive an hour to go to the mall. You need to drive 30 minutes to go to a Walmart, and that's pretty much where you're doing all of your shopping. Yeah, so that's the kind of
So
lifestyle.
you're out in the country?
Out in the country, yes, absolutely. My family is on a 2,000 plus acre situation
Wow.
that has land parsed around 3 different counties, and it's a wild time. You know, it's a place where you get on 4-wheelers to go places, to go through the area.
That's fun.
You don't need to see people. You don't need to talk to people. You know, it's a very solitary kind of place.
What
But
brought you to
it's
DC?
just ready to get out of. I was kicking and screaming to get out of Alabama. So
Well, I got to
So.
experience something very Alabama recently, which was
Okay.
Alabama white sauce.
absolutely. So
Is that all over the state, or is that just to your region?
Well, it's actually a North Alabama thing.
Okay.
And so one of the things I would like to talk about Alabama is if you haven't gone there, there's lots of places to eat. Specifically, I'm going to talk about a few places in Auburn, which is where I'm from. They won last night. If anyone's interested,
Woo!
they played Georgia
Congratulations.
Southern. I mean, no offense, Georgia Southern, but might as well have been playing a high school team. I think the final score was like 41-7. So we're number 12. Hopefully, we'll keep moving up the ranks. But a couple of my favorite places to eat when I go back home to Auburn is Guthrie's Chicken Fingers. It's a chicken finger shack.
You would love that,
There's
wouldn't
2
you?
things on the menu. You can get a chicken finger platter, which is chicken fingers, French fries, and Texas toast and coleslaw and special sauce. Or you can get a chicken finger sandwich. And that's it. That's all they serve. That's all they have. And sweet tea. A whole
He would
lot
love
of
it.
sweet
He would
tea.
be very happy, wouldn't you? Now, can you tell us what goes into Alabama sauce?
Sure, yeah. So
Alabama white sauce?
Alabama white sauce, it is a treat, folks. And if you have these 3 ingredients right now, you should just go in the kitchen and make it.
Maybe we'll have it tonight.
It's mayonnaise, good mayonnaise. Don't buy any low-fat crap. Mayonnaise, white vinegar, and pepper.
What?
Yes, that
That's
is
it.
Alabama white sauce.
That's all you need.
Ooh.
And you just make it into a consistency that looks like
Eating it.
pretty runny, but a little still like mayonnaise consistency. It doesn't need to be thick. And you just grill chicken and
It's
you just
awesome.
eat it.
It's really good.
It's delicious.
Yes,
It's
I
not,
loved
it's
it.
not low calorie, it's not low fat. Nothing in Alabama is, we don't eat food like that. So,
For you.
yeah. So anyway, if you get a chance to go to Alabama, you know, check out the local scene, you know.
So that
check
was one
out-
place. Do you
Yeah.
have one more restaurant recommendation for us?
Let's see. Trying to think. Well, I also love a place called Mama Goldberg's, which is just a college sandwich shop that's on campus in Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a Mama's Love. It's just like a turkey sandwich. They steam their sandwiches in steamers. And the other thing they do there is they have nachos, which is super simple. It's 3 things. They take Doritos. They put pepper jack cheese on it and jalapenos. And they put the whole thing in the steamer. And they steam them and melt the cheese.
Wow.
It's delicious. You never would think a Dorito could be better than a Dorito is. But they're able to make it better. So...
And finally, do you have any advice for everybody today? I mean, I really think that you have a lot of
I
great
do.
insights into things, and so I'd really like to just hear like where you're thinking about in terms of where we are in the world today.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that I think I pretty, you know, try to live by and try to be very conscious of, and I think it really speaks to the situation that so many people are in right now, whether you're upset about the social situations or political situations, or maybe your house just got flooded in Houston, or maybe you're just down on your luck, and maybe you're not. Maybe you're just, flying high. But I think just being your best self is really a good way to be, and a good outlook. A good outward facing, positive. And I'm not saying like don't be realistic and don't understand that there's negative things in the world, but just be your best self. Put your best self forward. I think perception and attitude and radiating the positive goes a long way.
I totally agree with you. I think that's great.
Yeah.
And I love your jewelry, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for being on, Courtney. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.